from Magpies Cottage.
I'm Amy.
Nice to see you again.
It's good to be back.
Yep. Can you see the shelves are getting emptier?
It's crazy.
Yep, they're clearing out.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. There's still plenty of sweater quantities of yarn if that's what you're looking for, and lots of single skeins, lots of fabric. Getting low on the needles though. If you need needles, there's not many. Like 16 inches got hardly any sizes. The 9-inch I think are all sold. If there's any, it's just like size 7 or something.
I could use a 24-inch size 6 Adi, but
you want? Was that a 6 that you wanted the lace though, and they didn't have
no.
lace?
Actually, in this I could do regular lace. You know, regular tip, turbo tip.
Okay.
Turbo tip or the lace tip, but the brass, not the brass ones.
Okay, well, it might be up there. You'll have to just look. Or did you already?
I did not.
Okay, yeah, 24-inch still has like one of most sizes or more. But yeah. 16, the 9-inch sold out first, then most of the 16s, and now it seems like the 32s are all going.
Well, that would make sense. 32 is my preferred length for just about everything.
Yeah, because you can make a sweater or a magic loop it, so it works for everything.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, things are just going crazy around here, keeping me busy.
She's exhausted.
I get very little knitting time.
Yeah.
And I forgot all my stuff today. It's at home in a basket on the living room floor.
So today it's all about me.
Yeah, all about Amy. I got my couple of things that I had here at the shop I'll talk about, but otherwise...
Hey, you got to show off your curtain, seeing as though you're starting to do the loops.
Oh, I showed my curtain after I started stringing them together already.
Not recently, no.
Oh, I can go get them.
I love this
Show an
thing.
FO while I'm gone.
Okay, I'm wearing one. This is that Whitley Bay scarf. And I finished it. It blocked out very nicely. I still would prefer it perhaps a little longer. But I also look at it and I could do one less repeat and then make it longer. And that would solve my problem. On the other hand, it's fine like this. And if I was going to be wearing this in a coat, this length is actually pretty good.
I like it like that. Yep.
So I'm going to quit whining. But it turned out really nice. It blocked beautifully. I love it.
Good.
I love the way it blocked. So, yeah.
And again, the name was Whitley Bay.
Whitley Bay.
By who?
Don't ask me.
Okay. And the yarn, how about that?
This was Miss Babs.
Okay.
This was the Miss Babs. They do this Inspired Adventures subscription thing.
Okay.
This was the March subscription.
Okay.
So the pattern, it's on Ravelry, but it's not available to purchase, I think 6 months.
Okay.
So not till fall.
Okay. So if you like it, mark it in your favorites.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I like it. And I would definitely knit it again. And it was one skein of Yowza, which is their DK weight. And one skein of Yowza has about 540 yards on it. Okay. I mean, they're massive skeins. And it just, what I like about this though, is that these colors are very soft and very subtle. However, sometimes Yowza is crazy variegated. I think this pattern would be amazing in a crazy variegated too.
As long as it was crazy enough, because I think this one, if it pooled too much with crazy colors, it would be
that
icky.
way. Yeah,
you know, these are all soft, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But if it was a lot of colors, I'd worry about pooling with this pattern. Yeah, because you could definitely get some pooling, you know, on these and not like it.
Okay. That's a good thought. Maybe I'll try one. And then again, maybe I won't.
You probably won't because you knit it once.
Yeah, I know. I almost never knit a pattern more than once, so that's true. Although, I did knit the same summer t-shirt 3 times.
Okay.
You'll see it next time.
Okay. I'm going to knit the one that has the garter on this side. Laura Nilkin's pattern, I think.
Laura Ehlers.
Laura Ehlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one I got yarn set aside for to knit.
Oh, what you gonna put it knit out of?
What did I have it in? I have it in the vault.
The one that just came out?
It might be.
Yeah,
it has garter on the
yeah,
side
garter
panels.
here,
Yeah.
here. See, and I have, okay, mine is stockinette here. The sleeves are reverse stockinette.
Okay.
And then she's got another one that just came out that has like a triangle, if you will, underneath the arms going down. That's a DK weight.
Yeah, I think I have Anchor Bay for
that would make a really
wool
nice
cotton.
Yeah, that would make a real nice yarn for that.
And 4 skeins, does that sound right?
Yes.
I think it is. I think it was like that mint green kind of color.
Oh, cool.
Side. Yeah.
Very nice.
So I got to finish my summer canoes.
Yeah.
I'm at, you're only supposed to go 11.5 inches from the armpit. I'm at like 12.5. And
I don't like 11.
I usually go to 15, but I might go a little shorter because it is a summer shirt. But I probably wouldn't go any shorter than 13.5 before the ribbing. So then that would give me about 14.5 to 15 after the ribbing. But I'm going to measure it up to my Casa Pinko one.
Okay,
The one,
because you like that one.
Yeah, I like that one. It's getting kind of big in the width, but I still like the length. Here is what she requested. Oh, this much I had to take off. After all that, adding more squares, I just was going nuts, and then I had this much too many, so I had to take them off.
That's funny.
I'll find something to do with that.
Oh, yeah.
By popular request. Oop, I'm ripping out my edging here. I am in the middle of the border row, but I realized I forgot to put those little rings on before the border, because the border's going to come down around now and go around like this, around those little rings. So I'm going back and adding rings. You'll see I got them on most of them. Okay. And those rings are what the chains with the beads on will hang on.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. So, yeah. I got my 80 inches wide now.
Okay.
And that's what I'm doing. So there.
It is so funky.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Okay, now you can continue with your FOs.
I have Star Wars. Tomorrow is May the 4th, so may the 4th be with you. This is my first adventure in double knitting. It starts out here, and this is the symbol. I don't know, I think it's from the, that's from the Rebels symbol. Then we have a lightsaber, and we have bantas. We have an X-Wing fighter. We have a blaster. We have helmets for starfighters. We have ships. We have Arabesh writing. We have some other ships, and then we have the Millennium Falcon. My favorite, the Death Star. And then we have more Arabesh writing. One of them says something about him being an Ewok, and the other one, I don't remember, whatever. Ryan can figure it out. We have some more, these are Darth Vader fighters. Then of course we have more stormtroopers and a blaster. And that's Vader ship. And then we have AT-ATs. And then we have a blaster. And then the symbol for the Empire.
Tell them what you like with the AT-AT.
Okay, so these are the AT-ATs. See this part right here. Okay. In The Empire Strikes Back, they start out on the ice planet of Hoth. And they come in with these AT-ATs, and they want to blow the blaster doors to get into the rebel hideout. And so Luke takes a fighter, and these at-ats are shooting at him, and so he takes out the fighter by putting a cable around the at to take him out. And so he like ties their legs together, and then they fall over and crash and blow up. So this is my favorite part. I love that little detail. So then when you do that, now we have the other side. And it is so cool. I just love it.
And it's all exactly the same.
Exactly the same. The whole thing. Yeah. So I'm just very happy with the way it all turned out.
Yeah. And you got nice bind off and cast on.
Yeah.
They
match.
pretty well.
They match. You know, it's so cool how they match.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the bind off was like nothing special. What I did was I worked the last row in whatever color it was supposed to be worked in.
Mm-hmm.
Then so I worked it, then went back to the beginning and started from there, and then slipped my stitches, pulled one over, slipped the stitch, pulled one over. So instead of...
Oh, so it wasn't working it as you're binding off. It was just binding off. Okay.
Yeah. And that's how it got to look like this.
Okay. Yeah, kind of like they do in buttonholes. But yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah. So I am so
Nice.
thrilled with it. Ryan has not seen it yet.
Uh-huh.
He will get it tomorrow.
Okay.
And I told him that he had better come over.
Yes, because Knit Night is moving to around the corner at the restaurant El Rancho Viejo. So if you're a Knit Night person or you're just thinking about joining us, we'll be there in the room behind the bar Thursday nights from 4 to 7 going forward. Unless there's a problem, we find out something doesn't work there, then we'll come back here and find a new place. But
we'll figure it out.
Work. Yeah.
It should work. So yeah, and I mean, it's heavy.
Yeah, it's a nice weight. It's going to be warm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he'll ever wear it, but it's certainly a conversation.
String it on the wall or something.
Yeah, who knows? But I'm just tickled pink with it. And I think I could do double knitting again.
Yeah.
I could definitely do
Not a blanket like we saw at retreat. There was a girl there that did absolutely beautiful blankets.
Yes.
But that's a lot of knitting and a lot of weight on your lap. So that would be a lot of weight on your wrists and arms.
I think it would be difficult.
Yeah, I think the only way I'd knit that is if I was sitting at a kitchen table and all the weight was on the table. You know, and then you could knit. But that would take up your whole table.
Right.
Yeah. They were gorgeous, though.
Yeah. So even when I knit this, I was actually at the table and I rested it on the table. Okay. And because even when you get to the end of this, it was heavy. So, I mean, and so I would literally like rotate it, you know, because I like folded it up.
Yeah.
To do it. So
my little headbands are much easier.
Yeah, no kidding. But I as far as the technique though is concerned, I really truly like it. Yeah. I enjoyed knitting it. You know, and I don't know if it's considered a color work technique, but
I would say it is.
I just enjoyed it tremendously. So I will definitely do more double knitting.
This is something good for somebody like me. Because I will not make like color work shawls or blankets or anything because I don't like anything that has an ugly back.
So the back,
if there's any time the back would show in color work, I would not make it. So for this, even cowls, I kind of am concerned. unless they're tubes. You know, if they're like the burra where it's a tube, then I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I don't like them otherwise. So this is a good solution.
Definitely.
For people like me. Oh, I was going to show you. Last time we were talking about your blue yarn.
Yes.
This is what I made. The little swatch. And I used the blue that you had trouble with it bleeding. And I put it with my white. I don't know. Do you think I don't know if any color really transferred, because just being with the blue, it kind of looks like it's light blue. But
Well,
I mean,
put it
whatever it
this
is,
way.
I like it.
I don't dislike it either.
Uh-huh.
I think if it did transfer some color,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good blend.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
but I
yeah.
I really can't tell by looking at it at all if
Yeah.
it transferred color.
Yep. So I blocked it with soak, which people say is the harshest of all of the wool washes.
Oh, I love soak.
Well, for color bleed, I guess it's the harshest.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard. That's what people tell me. But I use
Okay.
soak all the time. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I do too.
But, yeah, can you tell on the tail?
No, the tail
Okay.
looks fine.
Okay, so then it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I don't see any bleeding on the tail. And, you know, because that, I mean, that's all by itself.
Mm-hmm.
You would think if it was going to bleed, you would
Yeah.
see it on the tail too.
Yep. So I'll
what's
make
this gonna be?
A sweater, a pullover V-neck sweater for me, but it's
That's
gonna.
great color.
It's actually gonna fade down.
Oh.
You know all my hohi yarn that I made the glacier tunic.
Yeah.
Not hohi yarn, but I made the glacier tunic.
Yeah, that.
I got a lot of leftovers,
Oh.
and I'm gonna mix it with the blue, and so yeah, it should look good.
Wow, that'd be very cool.
Yeah, but it's winter, so I'm probably not gonna start it till about August or September now.
Yeah, that sounds like a good
Yeah,
idea.
because I'll work on my summer tops now.
Yeah. Well, I have that one summer top now. I'll redo that bottom and finish that up easily this weekend. And then I have my new cast on. I'm also on square 12 of my blanket.
Your last one.
Yeah. And I'm
Okay.
on 1, 2, 3, 4, motif 5 of that. So I'm thinking I'm going to just finish that.
Mm-hmm. Then
And
you have to start assembly.
yeah, the assembly. And I have no idea how long it's going to take to do all the assembling. I really have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know, when you get to the little section between each square, that's no big deal.
No, it's the going around the whole edge. Because don't you put a couple borders on it around
Well,
the edge?
I'm going to change that up.
Oh. Okay.
What I want to do is do my little section between each square, and then I'm going to do a section to connect my rows. Okay, so I'll get all my rows connected. And then I am going to pick up around the entire edge, and I'm going to put increases in the corner to give me a diagonal there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do however many rows I feel like. I'm thinking it's going to be the same width as what's between all of my blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do an I-cord bind off.
Okay. I thought the pattern had a couple of rows, couple of bands of color around the edge, but I couldn't remember.
Well, they did it all the same.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. I'm doing differently than what they did.
Okay.
And I'm not doing. I don't think they had color bands per se, but they did a strip on the top that matched the strip on the bottom, and then they went and did the strip on the side. And then, oh wait, no, the strip on the top was last. So they got everything connected. Then they did a strip on the side, on each side edge. And then they did a strip over the top so that
it was more like a log cabin.
Log cabin, exactly. So look, it's got the log cabin corner, if you will.
Okay.
And I don't care if it looks like a log cabin or not.
Yeah.
Because mine doesn't necessarily look like a log cabin to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that I would prefer that other border.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay.
I have no idea. I mean, I think that border could take a while, the outside.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But
yeah, putting the squares together probably you do in a night, knowing you. Because didn't you start already, like with your? Oh, I thought you started some of your edges.
no, I have not.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Well, that'll be something I work on maybe a little over the summer here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, I don't care when I finish it. You know, it's like, this is kind of, I knew, but that's the way scrappy blankets are.
I know, and I just put my crochet one away. Again, my ripple, I got it a little over halfway, and I kind of was starting to run out of my brown and gray scraps. So I put that away, and I got up a different one. I got out the block of the month we did here for crochet blocks.
Oh, okay.
And I finished putting those blocks together, and now I'm working on the border. And that's what I forgot at home to show you. But
I would like to see that. I haven't seen that one for a while.
No. So it's been in hibernation for a long time. That's one of my hibernating projects that I got out to finish.
So how many hibernating projects do you have? I mean, you used
dozens.
Well, I don't know. You still got them hanging on the wall?
There's only a couple left on the wall.
Okay.
There may be only 2 or 3. Yeah. So, and then I got all the socks that are up there. I got to make the other socks for. That's what
That's
this is.
too funny.
That's what this is. This is one of the socks to make, and I had it in the bag. And so this was the sock we had on display.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the one I'm making to match it.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But when I was making that, I originally started out with this one, and I don't remember why I didn't like it.
Huh.
I do not remember why I didn't like it, but I didn't like it. I ended up, this one has like 2x2 ribbing on the sides.
Yeah.
And this one doesn't. So you just brought me more Perth yarn so I can make a mate for this one. So
yeah,
I will make that mate.
Cool. Well, I'm glad that you'll have enough yarn.
Yeah.
That works out well.
Yeah, I didn't know if I would. So,
okay.
Yeah. So what have you been working on?
Well,
besides your blanket.
This is nothing to get excited over. See, it's stockinette. Freaking boring.
I love that color though.
Isn't it pretty? Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a Laura Ayler shawl. It's their project of the month. It's called Veronico. And it starts out with this stockinette. It increases fast. So it's like you start out your row with 3 knit front and back. You knit 1, yarn over so that you've got some extra wiggle room in your edge. And then you do 3 knit front and back right in a row. Then you just go to the other end, work across the row. And then when you get to this end, you do the same thing, knit front and back 3 times.
Okay.
And then the back side, when you're on the purl side, when you're on the purl side, then you drop the yarn over. And then you just knit 3. So you have 3 stitches.
Okay, it's going to be like a crescent, like this.
I'm
kind
thinking
of shape,
it will.
huh?
Yes. And then after you've got, I got to get to 162 stitches or something like that. And then there's some texture and some lace.
Okay.
On the end.
Okay.
And yeah, so I bought this ages ago.
What is that?
Elspeth Lavold.
Oh, the silky wool?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a purple silky wool.
Yeah. So this is weird. I have 6 skeins. I only need 4 and maybe only 3. But of the weirdness of it, 2 were different color number and dye lot. But I'm telling you, they look exactly the same as this. So I have no idea. Then I was reading online, and somewhere along the line, they changed color numbers. So what I have might match this.
Just a different dye lot.
Yeah. But I'm going to try to just use the 4 anyways and go from there. So, yeah, so I started this the other night, and I love the color. You'd probably
be able to make one of those little tank tops for putting underneath another shirt out of your leftovers. Because that's 50% silk, so that would be nice as a little cami.
Good thought. I don't know if I'll ever get to that, but
I guess they knit up quick. People like that Jessie made, which has weird patterns. Some of them Jessie made designs on Ravelry.
I'll have to look. I
But
have no idea.
there's some of those little crops, secret summer crop, or just yeah. But there's one with ribbing, the one that's like 2x2 or 3x3 ribbing. That's the one people really seem to like.
And it's just a tank.
Yeah, just a little tank. There's right now being the beginning of summer, there's a lot of tanks out there too. But
Well, you know what? Yeah, I could probably get with my leftovers. I mean, there's 146 yards in one skein, and I would have 2 skeins, maybe 3.
And that wouldn't be a bad color under, some other see-through stuff, or even just under a summer cardigan.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great idea. But at any rate, so I started, I love this.
Yeah, it's working up beautifully.
It's beautiful. I've never, I take that back. I did knit this yarn in a cardigan, but the cardigan ended up being too big. And so I just never wore it. And I wasn't thrilled with it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, but the yarn's beautiful. And I love this color. It's so rich.
You shouldn't have said it online that you don't know what you're going to do with it. It's too big. You could have gave it to your daughter-in-law for Christmas and she would have been ecstatic.
I don't think she'd wear it. It's orange. It's that orange you had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think she'd wear orange.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and she would be too polite to tell me that. So that's the way she is. So it's okay.
Well.
Yeah, but nonetheless, so that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
I mean, this is the monthly knit along, and I'm kind of like thrilled that I'm this far on it, and it's only May 3rd.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Well, this month I am subbing a ton.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I worked.
Gotta pay for that cruise next month.
That's right. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. It's bad. I have to tell you something really funny.
What's that?
I watched our podcast from 2 weeks ago this morning.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I watched it is because I wanted to know I couldn't remember what I showed and what I didn't show.
Oh,
So I thought, did I show the Star Wars or not? But I wasn't quite finished with it at that point in time. Right. So that's why I didn't show it. Well, so I watched our podcast. We talked a lot about our cruises.
Oh, yeah.
Not much knitting.
No, that's okay.
It was just so funny. I thought, I don't usually watch it, but I watched it this morning.
Even though I edit it, I don't usually watch it either. I mean, I know from when we're taping it, if I have to go in because the phone rang or whatever, we got to cut something out. So I'll look for just those editing things I know of. But I don't sit and watch the whole thing. That would take forever.
I did.
Okay.
Yes. And I thought it was pretty funny actually watching it later like that.
Okay.
So, yeah. At any rate. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to be a little more homogenous right now, just because with the subbing. So, like, I work today, I work tomorrow and Friday. And then next week, I work Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday again. The following week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday again. And then the last week of the month, I work Wednesday and Thursday. So, yeah, it's crazy busy. But I'm paying for that trip.
There you go. It's nice you can just do it when you want to.
Yeah. And then I doubt that I will do any subbing in June, only because you got the 7th is the last day of school. So if there's any subbing going on, I mean, most people don't, not work that week. Yeah. Because they got way too much to get done.
Right.
Clean up a classroom, pack up stuff.
Week, so.
Yeah. So I doubt that I will do any working in June. But, I think if I would just set up like a routine, like I sub on Tuesday or Thursday every week, that that wouldn't be bad if I worked one day a week.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, then you get a steady little income coming in.
yeah. You know, we figure over the course of the month you work 3-4 days. That's a nice chunk of change.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But to be truthful, I really love being home.
Mm.
I don't want to work.
Okay.
So I don't know. I want to pay off my trip. So I guess I'm going to work, and whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Even though I'm home, sometimes I don't stay home. Yesterday I played Mahjong. What did I do Monday? Oh, I got my IV
Oh, you did?
in the doctor's office for 2 hours.
That's fun.
And then I painted the ceiling in the back bedroom. Well, over 2 days. On Monday I did all around the edges with the paintbrush, and then yesterday I did all the rolling.
Wow. So you're painting the whole room?
Yeah, I went and bought the new paint for the walls yesterday too. It's Beach Desire or something it was called. It's a real light aqua color.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then Xander has to come stay at my house for a while. So then, then Xander will move in.
Okay.
So we got to work on the floors though a little bit. The kids were back there. The floors are awful. They got stamper ink all over.
Oh.
There's paint and nail polish, but they just look terrible. I was like, when did they do all this? And where were their mothers?
Yeah, where was their mother? That's the other question.
Yeah.
Well.
So, yeah. So we'll work on it. We already looked at it, and Xander said, we can get really dark stain.
Well, actually, you could probably take some sandpaper to it.
Well, we're gonna, first of all, we'll wash it. Then we'll see if anything can be scraped. Then we're gonna take paint thinner or mineral spirits, try to clean up anything we can with that.
Okay.
Then we'll get out the sandpaper. I got one of those orbital sanders.
Yeah.
We'll do that on there. And then we'll restain it, maybe really dark if we can't get rid of all the spots. Yeah.
That'll work. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, it was a beautiful maple floor though at one time.
Yeah, well.
No, it's not.
You know what? That's the beauty of hardwood floors. You can restore them. I mean, they do it in old houses all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I just don't know how far in that stamper ink. That's the one that worries me. It's the red ink from stampers. How far does that sink into the wood?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, we had a busy weekend because it was Cora's birthday, and so we had a birthday party at the house on Sunday, and oh gosh, that was loud and annoying, but I'm glad it's done.
Yep.
Yeah, so we had 7 10-year-olds over running crazy and doing piñata, and I put games together. We played Minute to Win It.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And it was really, I found it online, and it was like all set up, 10 games, and they told you exactly what you needed to do, and just, it was perfect for these kids. And you could do them in heats, and then there were ways to score it. But I didn't score it. I just thought, you know what, we're just going to see if we can do it.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have teams to see who won or anything. Okay.
No. But yeah, oh gosh, it was a blast. The kids had a great time. So, I mean, I'm glad. It was funny though. You know what's really funny?
What?
Those kids didn't know what Minute to Win It was.
Really?
Because they were not old enough to have watched it on, like, when Minute to Win It was on TV.
It was on network. I think it's still on the game network though.
Okay.
Only, not on regular TV anymore. Because that Apollo Ono from the Olympics
Yeah.
is the host. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they didn't know what Minute to Win It was. So then I had to explain that. But they had an Oreo on their forehead and they had to wiggle it down to their mouth.
Oh.
Then we had keeping balloons in the air. We had stacking pennies. We were doing things with ping pong balls, trying to make 3 in a row. You know, kind of like beer pong, only no beard. So
Yeah.
I
think
I
it'd be
found this
fun.
website and it was just perfect.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
So that was my
Cool.
weekend.
Good. Sounds like fun. Now, if
I have
the
a tickle.
weather would just cooperate and get us
Oh
some
my gosh.
nice weather.
On the golf course today, started out the first 3 holes cold. I've got something caught.
You got a drink right
Yeah, I'm
there.
gonna have to drink something here. But yeah, the first 3 holes I had on a turtleneck, and then like a golf pullover thing with a hood. I didn't have the hood up, but it's kind of nice because it bunches around the neck. And then I had on a fleece pullover on top of that. And I was cold. But then about the 4th, 5th hole, then I was a little warm. So when you were sheltered from the wind and had sun, then I was fine without that on. But then when we made the turn and we went on the back 9, the wind was stronger and more in off the lake kind of crap. And so then I put on a windbreaker over that. And then I played the rest of the day with that. So I did not play well. Forgot how to putt. But
Is this your first time playing this year?
yeah. So
Okay.
I'd chalk it up to experience, whatever.
Okay. Won't you get a better handicap if you start out crummy?
Well, my handicap though is,
Or
it
is
will go
based
up.
on last year?
But my handicap is like, continuous.
Oh, okay.
So, it'll go up, but I don't really want it to go up.
Yeah.
At any rate,
Oh, well.
it'll take 1, maybe 2 good rounds, and then it'll be back where it was.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's plenty high.
Yeah, Monday was very rainy here in Wisconsin, and I looked out the window at one time, and it was snowing and not raining.
It was
for like
awful
a
Monday.
half hour. It's terrible. And yesterday it was cold, and it was so windy yesterday. It's just terrible.
I had recess duty.
Yeah, it was awful. So,
But,
yeah. And then I see, this Finnish podcast comes on, and she's showing all her tulips and everything. It's like, I don't have any tulips. I got leaves and little tiny buds.
I have daffodils.
Well, yeah, I don't have daffodils. My hyacinths are blooming, but mostly I have tulips, and they're not blooming at all. They're not even close.
Wow. Well,
But
it has not been warm.
no.
Other than that 1 week. We had that 1 week of really nice warm days. And
Yeah.
nothing since. And now they say maybe by the weekend we'll be up to 60s.
Yeah.
The thing is that, for us here though, living next to this big, huge body of water, that it doesn't freeze over very often. I mean, it has,
Right.
but it doesn't freeze over very often. And it certainly did not come anywhere near close this winter. However, this huge body of water really has a huge impact on our weather.
It keeps the temperature down.
Yeah, it does. And I
Yeah.
mean, you can get inland 5-6 miles and you'll notice almost a 10-degree difference.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, it's cold. And when that wind is blowing out of the northeast, I hate that wind. When they say cooler near the lake, they're not kidding.
Yeah, it's wonderful in the summer though, when it's 90 degrees here, and we go home and it's 72.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That is something to be said for it. I would agree with you. And I will say that inland in winter is much colder than it is along the lake.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so it does keep us warmer in winter.
Yeah.
So we can't complain about that.
Yeah, we're just a little cool in the spring here.
Yeah, it's like
We don't like it.
what usually happens. It's like around the 2nd to 3rd week of June, somebody flicks a switch, and all of a sudden it's summer. And
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to that switch being
Yeah.
flicked.
Yep,
So
I'm looking forward to it. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll be done working by then.
Ooh. Listen to her. Yes.
You can always hope. I sell everything. I'll sell everything in the store tomorrow. That's, you know.
That's serious wishful thinking.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect world. So,
Yeah, well, I'm walking out with another bag of yarn.
Yeah.
Well, but at least I'm spacing some of these things out.
Yeah.
So, oh wow.
Yep.
It'll take me a while to knit up everything that I've taken home.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay.
Yep.
I guess I'm kind of looking at it that my stash is going to be knit from way more often after you're done than, you know, because it's always was so easy to come out here and just grab something.
Sure.
You know, and well.
And it'll be easier to grab something from your stash than to wait for shipping from somewhere else.
Exactly. So I'm going to, you know, so I guess I'm looking at it. It's probably could be a really good thing for my stash goals to, you know, get it down. It's bad.
Yeah. I don't care how big my stash gets, although it is growing pretty quickly. But I just didn't like how many whips I had. That drove me nuts.
Oh, see, and I don't have that many. I have some.
No, I had way too many. So.
Yeah, I have some things I should finish. Maybe that's, you know, that would be a good goal to have too, to deal with some of those issues.
If I could have less than 6 whips between knitting and crochet by the end of the year, that would be good.
Wow.
Blankets don't count, of course.
No, they don't.
And then less than 6 sewing projects too.
Okay.
6 of each, 6 yarn, 6 fabric. That would be a good goal.
Okay. I had a whip blanket. It was a UFO blanket because I hadn't worked on it. But I finished that.
Okay.
And I have another UFO blanket that it was building in color.
Oh, yeah.
That I started. And I have some of the strips done, but not all. I think I should finish that.
Yeah.
But I don't even know where it is at this particular moment. It's in the house somewhere, but I should finish that. That would be nice, getting that blanket. So that blanket does count as a UFO. That one does count. And I have a sweater that's a UFO. That's it.
Yeah.
2 sweaters, maybe.
I have lots.
Oh, wow.
You know what? I'm going to have to start packing a bag to go knitting at knit night now. I never used to have to before because it was all just laying here.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. I'm going to have to pack a bag for tomorrow.
You got a knitting bag somewhere?
I might. Well, I got all these little project bags.
No.
Oh.
You need a bag so you have your tools and all of that shit.
Oh, yeah. Because you know what? I changed purses, so I got my Delicue, the big gold tote.
Well, I'm just saying that you're not used to traveling. Like my knitting bag, because I travel to knit all the time. You know, come out here, go to a coffee shop, whatever. I travel to knit, so having the bag... Yeah, all my tools are there.
I don't have my tools in the bag because I have one set at home in a drawer and I have another set of stuff here.
Well, you are going to have to put a set to travel with together.
Yeah. But I probably won't put my scale and all that in.
I carry a scale.
Yeah, but I don't think I'll get that deep into it right now. Not yet. Well, it depends. I suppose as soon as I need it for a project, I will. Like, if I'm making a blanket with minis and I need to weigh if I have enough grams or something.
Okay.
Then I might.
Okay. Well, so we better get going, huh? Okay.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks for joining.
Yep, we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye-bye.
All right.